Hey, my name is PolishLynx and welcome to Sakura Knight 3. After a very good game of poker. Well, something will happen, of course. I mean, we get to continue the quest, right? So maybe we'll arrive at the place, who knows? The following day arrives without further incidents, and my party and I set off on our journey once more. I actually realized just now that I really need to switch the positions of the monitors. Even if I don't like that idea at the same time. During our travels we ran into a handful of monsters, but we were able to dispatch them with little incident? Again? After grueling 7 or 8 hours, give or take, like usual shift. Sometimes shift take 12 hours, yes. Bad memories. We finally arrive at our destination. The trees begin to wither, the grass turns grey and dusty, like charcoal, and an acrid tongue hangs in the air. We've reached the hollow glade. Saga's lair must be around here somewhere. I can see the mouth of a rocky cave not too far away. The walls lined with moss and lichen. The entrance is impenetrably dark, and it yawns open like the gate to the underworld. This must be it? I rather think so too. Still, this is quite the unpleasant place, is it not? I thought the name the Hollow Glade was only for show. It sounds like something an angst-ridden teenager might come up with. Saga has that vibe of a teenager a bit. But this part of the forest truly is barren. All the trees are dead, and the air feels oddly sterile. It ruined, lifeless. Must be the magic. You think so? Can tell. Can smell in the air. Ruin's nose twitches. Powerful magic used here once. Hundreds, maybe thousands of years ago. Fierce battle, the ground split, everything died. What if I told you that it was like, give or take, maximum of... Wait, how old was Estelle? I don't remember. Let's say, I mean, she's an adult, age-wise, so I guess it was at least 18 years. Probably a little more. I would say maybe 22. Maybe 23. Even now, nothing can grow. This place repels life. Only death here. Only death here? A shudder runs down my spine as I repeat Run's words. This isn't filling me with much confidence. Of all the places Saga could have hidden her lair, why did it have to be here? Did she want to freak us out as much as possible? If that was her plan, it's certainly working. This place has some serious bad juju. Juju? Tarn's tail twitches, her ears flatten against her scalp. Her 5 senses might not be as honed as runes are, but they are still stronger than that of normal humans. She must be able to smell the bitter aftertaste of evil magic in the air too. Or just, she senses the mana. Well, I get this Saga woman knows how to set a scene. It's perfect for a final boss fight. Final battle? You make it sound like we're about to die. That might be a possibility if we don't keep our wits about us. But don't worry, Estelle. If anything goes wrong, I'll protect you. You can expect nothing less from Tard, the magical cat witch. Hey! Felicia pouts. That's my job. Yeah, no, I did not give you employment here. I'm supposed to protect Estelle. She's my darling after all. No, she isn't. And she's my plaything. My friend. Best friend. Wait, just friend? Run grips the fabric of my skirt in her paws and tightens, her brow furrowed. I protect Estelle. No, me. Me! I'll do it myself, actually. Should I answer with something like this? I look between my bickering companions, my lips draw into a flat thin line. This argument of theirs has done good in dispersing the heavy, unpleasant atmosphere that hangs in the air. I don't think this is the time or the place. If we're ever going to defeat Saga, we need to go inside her lair and start investigating. Nothing good will happen if we hang around here. In fact, she might even catch on to our presence. Even now she could be giving her army of monsters orders to come and intercept us. I don't want to get attacked. What should I say? Tell Felicia that she can go to hell. Tell Tart that you are not her plaything. Tell Rune you are more than friends. Say you don't need protecting in the first place. You know I'm tempted to say this, but I'm going to say that, you know, I'm with Rune more than what she's saying. Right? Well, I don't really want you to fight over me, but if you're determined protecting, then I guess I'll let Rune handle things. What? But why? Aren't you interested in the service of Tart, the pretty magical cat witch? As you're such a loyal customer, I'll even give you a discount. So, you were planning to charge me for your help. Now I'm even gladder. Is that a word for? I feel like it should be more glad, but okay. It just sounds weird. I mean, technically, I guess technically from theoretical side it is correct, but it sounds bad, okay? Anyway, I decide to confer the privilege of being my protector upon Tart's unworthy shoulders. Money really is the only thing she cares about. I understand her a bit. I mean, we know her past, what am I talking about? Her background. It's kind of a normal thing. You bet, Tart. This is why nobody trusts you. I will look after Essie. I keep her safe because I love. You know love, only like money. You wicked, sinful woman. I'm not sinful. I'm just doing what must be done to make everything this world. Swindling and taking advantage? So if I am, you got a problem with that? I have many problems. Most about you. Why you? And here we go again. Rever, no, don't make those noises. Ugh. And that's when they strike, don't they? Eh. I squeak and take a hasty step back, alarmed. What was that? It sounded like monster. Wait, who said this? Tart, okay. A monster. I thought it was Felicia. I don't know why. Felicia reaches for the hilt of her sword. Saga must have sent one of her lackeys after us. But no worry, I shall dispatch of this beast swiftly else. My name is Felicia Maribel di Argento. Nailed it. It does not matter whether our adversary is an oozing slime, a leafy mandragora, or even a fire-breathing dragon, I shall best it with ease. And the creature who dares lay a tendril, vine, or claw upon my beloved Estelle shall feel the full brand of my wrath. Cool. At my magic. Tart holds up one hand. Balls of fire begin to form around her, all hovering on the air. The four of us search the cold glade, our breaths bated, looking for the enemy. But when it finally does emerge from the undergrowth, we found our expectations are somewhat betrayed. It isn't oozing slime, nor a leafy mandragora, nor a fire-breathing dragon. Instead, it's rather more mundane than that. The enemy is, instead, a single wolf. Its mane thin so much and extent that I can see its ribs. Its fur is matted and it's a little cross-eyed. It doesn't seem like a great threat. I think it's more hungry than anything else. Hey, let's not attack. Let's not attack. But it grows when it sees us, all the same. Does it mean to attack us? No, I don't think so. Step back, everybody, I shall handle this! No. This man beast isn't great. I fear it might be enchanted by some sort of spell. Its eyes are heavy with bloodlust. But I shall stop it where it stands. We won't trust. I shall sever its head from its shoulders. I feel like it's not a good idea. Do wolves have shoulders? It won't when I'm finished with it. Felicia dashed forth, her sword in hand. The wolf bounced forth to meet her, its jaw pulled back, needle-sharp teeth exposed. I think it means to gouge its teeth into Felicia's body. No, wait! But it doesn't get a chance. Rune comes between her and the wolf before they can clash. Her chest rises and falls beneath its bindings, and her hair whips about her face, windswept. Rune! Felicia stops her sword before it can connect with Rune's neck. Then she stands up perplexed. What is the matter? Why did you stop me? Because she's a wolf girl, goddammit. Can't you see that this was a dangerous brute? No, not dangerous. The wolf not bad, just sad, scared and hungry. You no kill, you no fight. But if I don't kill it, it'll kill us, surely. No, it won't. You see? Rune glanced back to the wolf. Sure enough, it has made any further attempt to attack. It seemed on his haunches, its tail swishing. Was Rune's presence enough to soothe it? The wolves not want to fight. Not really. I can tell. But isn't he guarding cave? I thought he was one of Saga's minions, so shut deaf. He guard, but does not want to. Does it to get fed, but he kind at heart. Hurting people make him sad. And how do you know that? Because she's a wolf girl, you stupid elf. I just know. He told me. Can hear in his howling. Very sad. Rune looks back at the wolf. Her blue eyes soft and gentle. You kind boy really, aren't ya? I'm not going to bark. You don't want to hurt Fel? A little. You want to hurt? Okay, I understand. She is annoying as heck, and she's talking too much. I agree. Fel, give me your arm. We need to feed the guy. But she, my friend, kind of. Please no hurt. If you do, I'd be sad. The wolf hangs his head and Rune smiles. Thank you. Goodbye. Very good. Cute as heck. Rune kneels down and extends a paw towards the hungry wolf. It nods its head against her palm in response, its tail wagging like happy dogs. Damn, I seriously love the eyes Rune has. It's so freaking good. Rune giggles. You hungry boy? Want some food? Okay, I have no much. But this from last night. It's gone cold now. I'm saving it, but you can have all for you. Rune takes a squirt fish from within her pouch. She slides it from the stick, then proffers it to the wolf. The wolf eats the fish from her palm happily. Once it finishes its meal, it yelps in fangs and licks Rune's cheek. Its tongue is red and bumpy like any tongue, and it leaves a trail of Wind cloud. Do you always have to sleep this text? Always. Every single game there has to be a mention of saliva. Why? Is it really that necessary? But she doesn't wipe it off. Instead, she only giggles. Goodbye, very good. Rune starts to rub the top of the wolf's head. She pays special care to the fur around its ears, which the wolf seems to appreciate. The crazed wolf from earlier, which sprung at us from the undergrowth, it didn't really do that. Has all but disappeared. Rune was able to tame him in seconds, using nothing more than her own sweet temperament and a skewered fish. And the fact that she's a wolf girl, so you know. I would like to point this out. Again. That's pretty impressive. There now. Rune looks back at Felicia, the stupid elf. You no need to fight. No kill. You put your sword away. Well, I didn't think things would conclude quite this neatly. But I'm more than happy to oblige. As a princess, I abhor violence. That's bullshit. It should only be used as a last resort when communication fails. So why didn't you try to communicate if you are so freaking... Okay, that's a wolf, so it would be tough, I guess. But still. My close-mindedness, like always, assumed one could not communicate so well with a wild animal. But your perseverance has shown me differently, Rune. Thank you very much. I feel as though I have learned an important lesson. Took you a while to learn something. I don't hate her, but she's annoying. Felicia sheaths her sword, then she looks back at the cave. So, my little fur friend, is it alright if we go inside the cave? Your mistress will not mind, will she? The answer. The wolf weeps in response and Felicia frowns. What do you say? He said Saga will mind, but that's fine. She always forget to feed him and she angry often. He no like. We nicer than Saga, so he let us inside. He no want to fight, he want to help us. He wants Saga defeated too. Man, it seems our wants are aligned. Yeah. I never thought I'd be getting help from a wolf of all things, for they're supposed to be the natural enemies of cats. The world is a fun place. Not so funny, we all walk together. That's the best way of peace. 5 minutes for peace, I think. You want peace too, don't you, boy? I said I'm not barking. The wolf weeps in response and licks Rune's face. She giggles. I knew it. Rune rises to her feet. She stretches, raising her arms to the sky, then stares at the mouth of the cave with the determined expression upon her countenance. Now nothing stops us. Our path is clear. We go inside cave, we fight, we win, then our journey ends. We become heroes, and as it becomes night, that is what I want. Now we just need to try. Rune makes it all sound so easy when she says it out like that. But she's right about that. We do have to try. I still feel a little, alright, a lot unnerved about all of this, but I'm not going to give it up. No. We've come much too far for that. It's so dark in here I can't see a foot in front of my face. I mean, aren't you glad that you don't have a foot in front of your face? Okay, that was not funny. How are the rest of you holding up? I mean... Tart is a cat girl, so she basically surely is able to easily see in darkness. I would say it will be the same for Rune, because I actually don't know, but I think dogs also have the ability to see in darkness better than humans, much better. About elves I have no clue. I think I'm looking at them at least. But the interior of this cave is pitch black, and it's hard for me to pick their faces out in gloom. I can barely distinguish between my companions, much less read the looks on their faces. I think that might be Tart to my right, on account of the triangular ears which sprung from her scalp. Then what shape are the ears of the other two then? Because I would say every other girl has triangular ears. Whatever. Okay, but that just could be as well Rune. Got it. This hopeless. I feel almost completely blind. Strangling, are you? The figure on my right laughs. I guess it must be Tart after all. I recognize that smuggled giggle of hers anywhere. I think anybody who struggles in the dark. Why do you sound so unaffected? Silly Estelle. Oh. Tart loops an arm about my shoulder. I can scarcely see her, but I can feel the weight of her arm around me. I'm a cat girl. My vision is far superior to that of an ordinary humans. I can see quite easily even in conditions such as this. Really? I didn't know that. I knew. I said it. There is proof a few seconds before. I guess the fizzles between humans and colors are more different than I thought. Tart's ears and tail aren't the only aspects of her that set us apart. That must be nice.
It is indeed. It may be sneaking about the dark hint. Eyes like mine are must if one wants to become a cat burglar. They facilitated many a daring haste.
I don't think that's something you should be proud about.
I sigh.
I'd like to think Tart's turned over a new leaf, but some of the things she says do make me wonder. What about you, Rune? Can you see alright?
I'm fine. Can see just as well. No, better than Tart. My sense is very sharper than close. I no get lost.
That's a relief. I guess we can rely on you.
Indeed, I'm glad you do concern the way, B, but I'm very bit as lost as fair as Estelle. Okay, girl, Tart, Rune.
Grab me by the hands, and we go as fast as possible. Okay, I couldn't do it to her, you know. In the end, we can. We are still a bit too close with Estelle. No matter how annoying she's a friend, we can. But best friends do things like this to themselves, right? No, we'll not. Anyway,
we elves might have sensitive ears, but our...
Then can't you use that, actually? In some sort of way? Anyway,
but our eyesight is nothing special. This darkness is impenetrable.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy too. Since I can't see the ground, I'm not sure where to put my feet. The rocky ground is bumpy and uneven, and I stumble on numerous occasions. Rune has to reach out one arm to steady me. Oh, sorry. Thanks, Rune.
No problem. Always here for you, Estelle.
I appreciate the gesture, but the fact of the matter remains that I simply can't see. Can dragons see? Because, I mean, if dragons can see in darkness as well, then Saga might have an advantage. I walk slowly and hesitantly. I'm afraid with each step that I will trip over a rock or topple into a dark chasm to my doom. What if there are traps set up in place? We haven't run into any spikes or running boulders just yet, but it seems like the sort of thing that Saga might set up. Or might try to set up, but fail. We are one, unless she fell into those traps. We are wandering into her lair, after all. Does she know that we are here? What if she sets a bevy of monsters after us? I would say you would run into those if there were any. I'm not the most amazing fighter at the best of times, but it would be possible for me to fight in circumstances like this. I'd be too afraid of accidentally decapitating one of my party members to even draw my sword. Lost in the dark, with no way of seeing, I'd be run through in seconds. That's a chilling thought. Almost as chilling as the dank, musty air. There isn't any wind here, it can't penetrate this far, but it feels awfully cold, my skin is prickling. I knew I should have bought more armor before I decided to face down Saga. Then why didn't you do it if you knew it? Hey Tart! I stood a little closer to who I think is Tart, but I soon proved to be mistaken.
I know that, Rune. I know, it's dark, but please no mix us up. We're nothing alike. Does being safe for me upset you that badly? Yes.
How do you mistake them? I mean, Tart has a hand around you, right? And you knew on which side of you she was, even if she took the hand away still, so how?
You're not one to mince words, are you? Yeah. Well, I guess it makes sense. You don't have the best grasp of common Lemurian to begin with. The words you can use are severely limited.
Guys, please, don't fight. No, it's not the time. I was just wondering, I look at Tart. I know it's dark now, hopefully. Could you use some magic to light up the cave?
Oh yeah, that is quite a good idea. Yes, especially that will reveal our position. You've quite a command of magic, Tart, and are afraid to let us know that you are the pretty magical cat witch.
Felicia, do we need to remind you how you never fail to let us know who you are? The Maribello di Argento? Age 50? Idiot, you didn't give me that free size, that's for. So I don't know. Yet.
I have heard it so many times, I fear I dream of those lines in my sleep.
You don't want to talk. Is ST picking a fight? Felicia loves to announce to all and sundry that she's in fact Felicia Maribello Dirigento. Has she not realized how repetitive she is? Maybe she has some rare verbal tick. You know what I like actually? The fact that ST is getting annoyed by that in this Sakura Knight. I super like this actually. Anyway,
could you perchance use some sparks to light up our surroundings? It would help Estelle and I greatly.
Or you know, you were in the freaking forest. There were a lot of trees. You could have took the branch or whatever and use it as a torch. Just an idea. I mean, you were going into the cave, so it's not like, you know, caves totally are usually super lit, right? There's always lightning that will, you know, no darkness or anything. Just an idea. Anyway, it is hard to navigate without any light, I fear. Oh.
Well, I guess I could.
But I don't know if it would really be safe. That's what I said before, that we will also reveal the position, you know. But whatever. I hear Tart shifting. Is she folding her arms?
If this Saga spoke to you in your dreams, Estelle, she must be pretty gifted at magic herself. Most mages can sniff out other mages. Using magic leaves a trace in the air, kind of like a signature. If I use any spells, no matter how weak, Saga know we're here. It would totally be our cover. Of course, there's a chance she might know that we're here already. But it's better to be safe than sorry, don't you believe?
Oh, gee. That's weird. I know I'm sleepy.
I suppose so.
Actually, I'm not sleepy, I'm just yawning.
Thank you for the explanation, Tart. I have no magical knowledge myself.
No way. It's the second time that she's telling something like this. First, she said she overreacted. She went into fight too early. Now she actually tells the thing that she does. What is going on? Is she having a change? A character development? I don't know. Anyway,
I have no magical knowledge myself, so I did not realize. That was most elucidating.
No problem. I can hear the green in Tart's voice, even if I can't see it. I'm pretty good at going undetected. You don't make a living on the streets for years without learning how to slink about in the shadows. Still, that is kind of strange.
What's strange?
That you don't know any magic. I thought elves were supposed to be some of the most talented mages there are. I thought you guys were all
one with nature.
Why can't you command vines? Or water, at the very least? Yeah, I had wondered that too, actually. I didn't want to ask, in part because I thought it might be rude, and part because I was afraid of Felicia launching into yet another one of her lengthy diatribes. But it is odd that Felicia, as an elf, seemingly has no magical abilities whatsoever. Elves are supposed to be renowned for their magic.
Oh my! It seems I have made you worry. My apologies. It was not intentional. I'll try to explain my predicament, but no worry not. I shall be brief.
Oh yes! That's a small mercy. For knowing Felicia's warped concept tongue, her brief could be anywhere up to 6 hours.
It is true that most elves are born with the innate ability to cast magic, but not all. Very few rare exceptions to this rule, and I happen to be one of them. If I was born to the king and queen of Greece, I have no magical abilities to speak of.
I see.
My parents were very shocked when they learned how powerless I am, so were the courtiers and my extended family members and all of Greece's citizens. It was unheard of at the time for a king and queen to sire a complete non-magical child, and for it to be the first, to be their firstborn too.
You're kind of like Asta, aren't you? Asta also is kinda annoying, but I don't mind him actually. At least I would say he's a good example onto how follow your dreams. Like, you know, he doesn't need someone else's approval. I like the fact that he didn't look for the approval, he just goes after what he wants, right? Unlike a certain My Hero Academia, my main character, who, you know, actually never ever trained before. Should I be saying of this? I mean, first season was long ago. I think I can say of that, right? Okay. I mean, you can roll a little bit into the future, I guess, a few seconds, but it always annoyed me how, you know, he needed approval of, oh, you know, can I be a hero? But he's never done anything to be one. And you know, you kind of, it's annoying, not gonna lie. Anyway, because I lost my thinking process there. Anyway, but more or less you get the gist what I'm thinking.
It caused quite a commotion. People feared it.
Yeah, also says the guy that actually has 2 posters from that goddamn anime in background. God damn it. For what you can, actually you can't see anything because there is not strong enough of light. Okay, I can actually do some light and you will see what you will see. Will you see? Yeah, actually what you can see is God of War, right? 2 posters of God of War. But next to those are the Boku no Hero 2 posters. I do want to get a Kira poster for. Oh, they are so good. But I don't know when that will happen. Anyway.
People fear that I will be unfit to rule. It is the duty of the king and queen to protect their kingdom after all. There was talk of my inheritance being annulled when the right to future queenship passed to my younger sister. But that did not discourage me. Rather, it only convinced me to push myself to the limit so that I could better prove myself.
Okay, Felicia, now you impress me very much. I like that.
I cannot use magic, but I can still fight. I can make a good queen regardless.
I like that.
That is what I wish to prove by embarking upon this quest. I shall accomplish many great feats and prove my mettle. Then there will be no more dissent against my ascension to the throne, and my people will all grow to accept me. That is my dream.
Silence descended upon the cave after Felicia's rousing speech. Short speech. True to her words, it was rather brief. Certainly it was briefer than her lengthy description of being Napoleon's the night prior. I wasn't really listening to her back then, but this tale stirs something within me. I never thought I feel sympathy for the seemingly perfect Felicia. But that was because I never knew how imperfect she really is. I mean, she talks too much, that's already something to, you know, erase the image of perfection. Anyway. For a princess, she was deemed unfit to inherit her own throne because of something beyond her control. Anyway, is that why she worked so hard? Yes, that is. She just said. I thought Felicia was talented at everything, but I was wrong. She's skilled with a sword because she worked hard at it.
Felicia!
My voice softens.
I didn't know that. Well, one does not like to talk of one's own failings?
That's actually not your failing, for. Again, you didn't have control over that, right? It's not like you can choose what you are born with. Felicia laughs lightly.
It is something of an embarrassing subject. My siblings like to remind me of all I lacked on a daily basis. They could all use magic, you see. I was the one who could not. I love my siblings a good deal, but their teasing did sting. As their eldest sister, I wanted to set a good example, and I wanted them to respect me. I wanted everybody to respect me. But respect does not happen simply by wishing for it.
Exactly.
It only occurs when one works hard enough to achieve it.
Exactly.
I was part of a disadvantage, yeah, but I shall not succumb to it. Neither do I care to dwell on it. Moping about it shall not change things.
That's a good attitude.
Only action can show my true resolve.
Exactly. Just like Asta. I'm so going to be pointing this out. Because in the end, he's a better protagonist than the other one that I mentioned. I'm not saying that I completely dislike Deku, but I mean, he's likable, but he's not passing for me. Anyway.
Huh, go figure. Imagine this weirdo having such a sympathetic backstory. I thought you were supposed to be a super rich lady who grew up in a palace and had maids to do your bidding. I know you'd ever felt inferior. I don't like to dwell upon such things. But admit, in my darkest moments, I have wondered whether I was born under an unlucky star.
Oh, I have that as well, don't worry.
It does not seem fair, really, that I should be maligned, so because of something beyond my control. But I think my misfortune allowed me to sympathize with others. I wish to help people so they do not have to feel as I ever did. I want to be the queen. I want to be a queen.
It's Felicia talking, of course.
But I would like to be a valiant knight too.
Felt serious, that rare. She tried hard, I never knew. Maybe a judge fell too fast.
No.
Oh my!
Felicia giggles.
Are you saying that you finally understood my charm rune? Are you certain that you were even mean to me or gave me the cold shoulder? If you wish to apologize and throw yourself to my arms, then I have no objections. You may call me all you want. Please rest your head against my bosom and tell me how incredible I am.
I take back what I just said. I hear a shuffle of footsteps. Rune must be taking a step back.
I changed my mind. Felt no good. Her brain has worms. She's still dumb.
Being complimented by a pretty girl is heavenly, but being insulted by one is almost as good. She already said this. I have a big heart and I will accept any words you wish to throw at me. Of course I will.
Can I turn this off now? That's also why I could see the posters. Also, maybe it's because I'm super close to the lights. A bit too close. Anyway.
Of course, I would be only too happy to accept your hugs too. Please embrace me with your body, Rune.
No embrace. You get back.
Now don't be shy. I know you love me really.
Filch tries to pull Rune into a tight hug. But it's too dark and she can't really see where she's going. Rune, by contrast, can see just fine. She's able to sidestep Felicia's advances with ease. Felicia lunges past Rune. She's moving so fast she can't stop herself.
Oh my!
She totters unevenly. Her hand reaches out in the dark, trying to grab the wall of the cave to steady herself. However... But rather than cold and feeling wrong, her fingers needs to calm down around my chest. I can't remain upright. Now I'm falling too.
Yeah!
Whoa! I experience a momentary sensation of falling. My hair whips around my face and my stomach lurches. Then, with a dual foot, oof. I smack against the ground. Damn, she's thick. It doesn't really hurt though, it feels oddly warm too. I wonder... Felicia? I glance down. It's hard to see, but I can just about make out a soft fleshy lump lying beneath me. The lump has very long pastel pink hair that's all gold about the floor and undoubtedly attractive body. I know what's happened even before the flesh lump beneath me moans.
Estelle, you must have landed on me.
Right, I'm sorry. My voice tears off. I scowl indignantly. Hey, wait, why am I apologizing to you? I only fell over because you grabbed hold of me. Shouldn't you apologize instead?
Indeed, I'm sorry, but I fear at the present that if you do not get off me, I might expire before we are able to face Saga.
What do you mean?
I do not mean any offense, but you are heavier than you look. Perhaps you have even eaten one too many pastries in your time.
What? Why you? I scold Felicia, for much of my rage is swallowed by the dark.
Don't insult my wave. There is nothing wrong with me.
I've been practicing with my sword every single day. For all you know, this extra wave could be muscle, not fat. I'm not squishy in the slightest, so duh.
I'd say she's pretty squishy for.
But not bad kind of squishy, okay? There is not too much, that's the good thing.
I beg to differ. Your plush behind is rubble squishy and so is your chest. But if you don't get off me, I shan't be able to go on appreciating these things. I really will die.
Oh, right. Some of my self-righteous anger fades away. Now I can finally take stock of the situation. I'm in a rather compromising position, to say the least. My rear is raised in the air.
Can see Este's butt. It's big and round like a moon.
I try to pull down my skirt with my hands. My elbow digs into Felicia during his process and she gasps. Oof! Actually, oof! It's so dark in this cave, a normal person like me can't see a thing. But Rune and Tart aren't normal people. Their eyes are more sensitive than mine, and right now, they must be able to see my bottom in all of its glory. How could I have forgotten about that?
Stop letting my body do. It's too embarrassing.
Now I'll never be able to get married.
Really?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it seems we are approaching a very important moment. However, I have bad news. It's time to end the episode. Because it's actually almost 4 AM and for me, that is the border basically. The border I don't want to cross unless I know I can do it because the ending is soon. However, in here I'm pretty sure it's not there yet. So we'll continue tomorrow. I'm sorry. But I still hope you will turn onto the video tomorrow as well.
Have a great night. Bye bye.